Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta, and hello everybody. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday today. If you're watching in the United States, it's Wednesday.
Yes.
Yep. We're so glad that you can join us again for another wonderful chat, Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. Talking about tea. Oh, before we talk about the tea, got to remind you our weekly reminders that if you love our videos, we would love to know by hitting that thumbs up button. Click that icon so we know that you've watched it and you like it.
Yep.
Subscribe below and hit the bell button notification so you don't miss any of our chats. All right, So let's talk about teas and what am I drinking today? So I've done this one before. And I am drinking a tea called roasted buckwheat tea, and this is what it's called. This is what it looks like. So there's little, what are they? Little pellets, and you put them in your tea, and then you just let it seethe. But you know, when I first got this, I was putting it into a little tea. What do you call those things? Like loose leaf teas.
Yeah, I just call them the little loose leaf tea balls.
Tea balls. Yeah, I put them in there, and then I would soak it. But I realized, because I was eating some, I don't know what snack it was, and I had these in there, and I was munching away, and I'm like, this is what I have. So this is what I do is,
you drink much.
Yeah, so I've been eating this, plus I just put this straight into my cup without that ball, and just pour water over it, and you can eat the little tea, the whatever, buckwheat, the little pellets. So I have it soaking here. So I'm going to do my cheers. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Gloria. Cheers. All right. Why don't you tell people what you're drinking this week?
I am going back to Bigelow Blueberry. I love this tea. I'm going to see if I can figure out the magic spot.
That's the one that says, is that the one that says Radiant Beauty?
Yes.
You can't see it. Now we've lost your face.
Oh. That's what I'm trying to get. There we go. You can see a little. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. There we see it. Okay, Radiant Beauty every day.
Yeah. I love this tea. It is aloe vera, acelera, rose hip, elderberries, and blueberries. I love it. And the fact that it says Radiant Beauty and I love beauty, it's a win-win.
I love it. I love it myself.
Cheers to you too. Cheers.
Cheers again.
So today we're going to talk about a little bit of a challenge that we had last week.
Oh yes. So if any of you watching there were watching our video last week, we had some technical difficulties with the audio. So the video that we showed was the Holy Post, I think that was called. And sorry, I had to stop there. What were you saying, Gloria?
Yes, I was agreeing with you. It was Holy Post Racism in America.
Okay, so that was the video, and we showed it in 3 different sections or segments. The first segment, we found out you couldn't hear it. The second segment, you couldn't hear it, but the third segment, you could hear it. So we want to go back and let you know exactly where to watch in that chat of ours last week. So I have it written down here. So if you're watching that video, we want you to watch until 16.55 minutes. So go up to 16.55 minutes, and then that's where we stop after the first segment, and then we talk about what we were watching. Then we move on to the second segment. We want you to watch until the timer says 28.29 minutes. Okay, so those are the 2 segments that you couldn't hear the audio. Let's repeat that again. At the 16.55 minute mark, watch until there. And then the 28.29 minute mark, watch until there. But because the last segment is when, for some miraculous reason, not sure why, the audio is working. So if you have the video, we did post it in the link last week. So if you're watching that, those are the markers, the time-stamped markers we want you to watch until, so that you know what we're talking about.
Right. And we want you to be as attentive as her little baby is right now watching us.
Oh, as you can see, I have my cat here.
He is zoomed in. I love it.
Right there.
Well, as you know, we always kick off our talks with Ellen. Ellen always says, be kind to one another. And lately, since everything with all of the racial unrest and COVID-19 shelter at home, she has said to listen to one another. And as many of you know, there's been some discussions about her executive staff, upper management, and the way that some of the employees have been treated, the way that some of their employees feel. Ellen says that everything stops with her because it's her name on the marquee. So some of her friends have come out and been very supportive, and they know that that is not who Ellen is. And some other individuals have used this as an opportunity to sort of kick a person when they're down. So Ellen, we love you. We hope and know that everything's going to work out. You're going to figure out what's going on. It's going to improve. And when you come back in the fall, your show is going to be better than ever.
Yes, it is. We always look forward to Ellen. Yep.
Yes. So you would have to be under a rock in the world right now to not know that Joe Biden finally announced his running mate for vice president, and it is Senator Kamala Harris. There's been some conversations because, you know, every time something is a first, everybody wants to jump on it. So she's the first Black woman to be on the ticket for a major position. There's discussions about, you know, we know she's multiracial. It's just, what is that classification? We know she's Black, her father is Black, and her mom, some people are saying that she's Asian. I think it was in 2018 when they started combining Indian citizens and traditional Asian citizens into one category that was just Asian. So some people like that classification, and some people are like, no, she's not Asian. She's not Chinese. She's not Japanese. She's not Korean. She's not Vietnamese. No, everyone's excited. It's just that one little caveat. So Rosetta, what do you think about that?
What do I think about that? So yeah, we had a discussion about this yesterday, me, my husband, and my son. My son is 16, and we were watching the news, and they did say she's African and half Asian. We were like, Asian? What does that mean? But anyway, so we found out, as Gloria said, she's African American. There you go. There's my cat again.
That's right.
So
I see you.
I'm going to continue. So yeah, she is Indian. We find out that her mother is Indian. And, you know, there's a lot of controversy in this because there's some people that don't like it when Indian people say they're Asian, and some people that don't mind. My my response to that is, in regards to her being in this position, I don't mind what they call her. She's representing minority.
Yes.
And I know that she is going to be for the people. So that's what I'm really, really excited about. But yes, you're right. It's odd to call her Asian because the traditional Asians don't look like her, right?
Right.
You're thinking traditional Asians. Are you Chinese, Japanese, Korean, whatever the typical Asian is? But since they've mixed the Southeast Asians with the typical Asians, I don't know, is that something that's a movement that's going to take place going forwards, or is it going to be, we don't know. But, you know, I have a feeling that some people call themselves Asian even though they're Indian. Let that be. I mean, some people do get offended, and you can't please everyone.
Right, right. Yeah, so comment below and let us know what you think about the whole discussion.
Yeah.
And what do you think about his pick of Senator Kamala Harris? What do you think? Let us know. We're excited to hear your opinions.
Yes, we are. We'd like to know what you think. And me personally, I think she'll be a great addition. She's for the people. That's what I like.
Yes. So now we're going to branch off a little bit. Typically, we talk about all the current events, we share our opinions, and Rosetta and I have been talking, and it's like we want you to get to know us a little bit better. So she's going to talk a little bit about me and ask me some questions, and then I'm going to do the same for her a little later on in our talk. So, Rosetta.
Yeah, I love this because there have been people asking us to learn more about what we do and who we are. So here we are. So I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my pleasure to talk about Gloria and what she does, because it's exciting and everybody needs to hear about this. So I'm
You're sweet.
just going to say a little bit, I'm going to read a little bit about Gloria. Gloria's company is Ancient Stones Nurturing Naturals, and it is an all-natural, pure mineral makeup manufacturing company in Santa Clara, California. As a co-founder and owner, Gloria does everything from the creation to the shipping, while also offering a high quality of customer service and care. And I'm excited because I do support, number one, she is a business owner, a woman business owner in the USA. And number two, what excites me is that her products are all mineral based, pure minerals. And I know how amazing mineral makeup is if it's pure. Now I'm telling you this because there are other companies out there that call themselves whatever minerals, and it's not quite the same. There are those big manufacturers out there with those big names that everybody gravitates to. But hers is pure minerals, and I love it because I know, the ingredients, there's only very few ingredients in there, and there's a reason why they're in there. So I'm going to turn it over to Gloria, and I'm going to have her talk about what sets your mineral makeups apart from other mineral makeups that may be a bit more well known to the mass majorities out there.
Well, I would say what makes me different is my minerals are as pure as I can find. I have most of my products come from the Netherlands, so they have a European core to them. I love the fact that I base my products on European standards, not just American standards, because sometimes American standards can be a little loose, and I do not want to do any harm. I want pure products. I guide my products sort of like I guide food. I remember pre-Dr. Oz, I would just go to the grocery store and I'd just pick things off the shelves and leave. And then Dr. Oz started talking about reading labels and content and what the ingredients are. So my products are all about the fewest number of ingredients to give you the maximum results. So I think sets me apart from a lot of companies, because if I go online and I'm looking at something to do a comparison between what my product looks like and their products, like, I have a customer that says, I love this particular eyeshadow by this company. And I call it up and I have, minimum ingredients, and this has like 20 ingredients. And I thought, oh my God. And you have to get an encyclopedia to understand what the chemical breakdown of some of these ingredients. And mine is mica, iron oxide, chromium oxide, titanium dioxide, which reflects the sun, keeps you nice and cool, ultramarine blue, manganese violet. And some of my customers are like, I love your products, but I'm just a little too glowy. Can you tone it down a little bit? So I actually found a mineral clay product that I can add to those, special customers that don't want the natural glow. And that's it. Very simple, easy breezy. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, I love that because if any of you out there know minerals in your makeup, one thing that is great is that if you have sensitive skin, you know that you can't just go out there and wear any old makeup, because once you wear it, it will react to your skin. You will break out or you'll get rashes. So what minerals do is, the reason why people have sensitive skin is because their skin is either they have a thin barrier to their skin or they're missing minerals in their skin. So what's nice is that when you wear Gloria's makeup, it actually not only does it stop that breakout, but it's actually improving and treating your skin over time. So the more you wear mineral makeups, the true pure mineral makeups, your skin will start to get treated with those minerals because they're pure, not all the extra ingredients that is not needed. And yeah, that's the reason why I like it. And the ingredients, she mentioned very few ingredients, which is what I like. And can you tell people what are your, most popular items or products that you carry in your business?
Pre-COVID, most of my customers were looking for good foundations, concealers. I have a product line called Sensation that shields your skin when you're out in the sun without having to require you to reapply it. I have Soft Focus for more sensitive skin, and then I have Super Soft Focus for those that can take the extra, and you set it with my wonderful Ancient Elixir. So now, because mostly when we're wearing a mask, they see from our nose up. So eyeshadows are becoming very popular. And my Ancient Elixir setting spray. And that is a patent pending formula of distilled water, silver, and copper. And it sets the makeup, it keeps it on your face, off your mask. I've actually had customers reach out to me and they're like, oh my God, something new you can add. The elixir helps keep your makeup on your face and off your mask so that you're not like every time you wear a mask with a little extra makeup, you have to wash it. So that was some good information to know. So right now it's the Ancient Elixir and eyeshadows. And I have over 60 different colors. So anything you can imagine, I probably have a color or the blending of two of my colors will create the color you're looking for.
Yeah, I love that. And I have to tell you, the elixir is one of my favorite because I just I don't really wear a lot of makeup. I do sometimes put some blush on, but I do my skincare routine, put a bit of blush on, and I spray, and it puts that glow. Not only does it protect your makeup, but it gives you that glow. So you try it and you do a picture before and after, you'll see that glow afterwards. And you can actually carry it around with you if you want to just spritz up, but you really don't have to. One spritz will last you quite a while, but if you want to have that glow again, you just spray it on, and it's really refreshing. So,
true.
And Gloria is based in the Bay Area. So if you're interested in more information about her products and how to order them, there are several ways you can do that. And we're going to put the link of her website below. And you can actually contact her, and she'll be very, very willing to speak to you. If you have any concerns, any questions whatsoever, she'll be more than happy to help you find the right solution for your makeup. And it's just had many, many wonderful reviews. Once you go to the pure minerals, you will not go back to other makeups. So so that's what Gloria does, and she's all about putting the great makeup on your skin so you don't break out, and it's the purest ingredients. So thanks, Gloria, for talking about your business, your minerals. And her business, again, is Ancient Stones Nurturing Naturals, and her information below will be there. So you can get a hold of her. If you're interested in trying them or whatever, give her a call, and she'll be happy to help you.
Yes, I've even learned since COVID shelter in home how to do Zoom makeup demonstrations. So you just hit those links down below and we will connect.
There you go, another way to connect over virtual.
Yeah. So moving on, we're going to talk a little bit about protesting in America. Things are still, protesters are unwilling to let it go. They do not believe if they stop protesting that governments will do the right thing. So protesting is continuing around the world so that all lives will matter. And as a matter of fact, Oprah Winfrey has always, like we shared with you in the past, she's always been the only person on her magazine. Well, Breonna Taylor is going to be on the new O magazine. And then Oprah purchased 29 billboards in Louisville, Kentucky. And the 29 is symbolic of how old Breonna Taylor would have been if she had been allowed to stay alive, asking for the police and the I don't know what you call them, the official officers of that town to do the right thing and make the police that took that young lady's life responsible for their action, because they use that do not, I guess it's what you don't have to knock, the do not knock syndrome. So Oprah, that is pretty awesome. 29 billboards, they're all over town. So you cannot forget about her loss of life.
Yeah, thank you, Oprah, for doing that. We really, really appreciate you for doing that.
Yes. So now we're going to talk a little bit about Rosetta. So Rosetta is a certified health coach, and she believes in prevention is better than intervention. She helps individuals and family to create healthy lifestyles with efficient, I would say it's more than just, being efficient, but her emphasis is to prevent future health problems. She really, really cares about the human body and how to best take care of yourself, so that as we all continue to age, we will be ready for whatever life throws at us. So Rosetta, when I first met you, I know you used to specialize in in skincare. So how did you go from skincare to your current business of, being a certified health coach?
Great question, Gloria. Yes, I still love to talk about skin because part of health and wellness is taking care of our skin. It's skin health, right? So we still
Yes.
can't forget that, right? So I have always, I've never thought that I thought I was kind of somewhat healthy, but never really to that peak. And I
Right.
grew up in the day and age where skinny was the in thing. All the models, supermodels, Naomi Campbell, Kate Moss, skinny mini, right?
Right.
And I always had that thought in my head that I had to lose that weight to be accepted. But I was never, ever happy with my body. And I didn't know what I didn't know, because social media, that's all back in the days, the magazines, we didn't have social media. But when I say social media, I really mean magazines, books, TVs, news, commercials. So I was always, I've done this fad diet, that fad diet, calorie counting, blah, 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 all this, you name it, I've done it. And it wasn't until I went to a presentation in my early 40s that really got me to understand what real health is, how to prevent disease, what the real information is, not the misinformation or disinformation that people are giving. So that was a catalyst to me starting to really open up, do my own research, go more in depth about nutrition and what food does in the body. And then I helped my son because we realized he had behaviors that were kind of on the autism spectrum. Maybe he might have ADD. So we helped him holistically without medication. And I have, since I know all this about health and what really it takes to get healthy, because getting healthy is not that hard. The reason why people think it's hard is because they don't know how to do it, and there's no one there to guide them to do it. They try and do it on their own, but as you know, a lot of people are very lenient on themselves. So if they slip up or they don't do something, they have no accountability. So they slack off and end up not being able to fulfill or reach or get to the goals that they want to get to. So I thought, well, I've done it. I understand. It's not that hard. I'm sure there's people that were in the same boat that I was in or are in the same boat that I'm in. So I said, I want to start helping people with their health and give them the right information, not the misinformation, and teach them about how skinny is not the in thing. Try to break away from those fad diets. And my emphasis is on health prevention over intervention. So prevent before you get something that happens. So it's about chronic disease and preventing that, because I say that all chronic disease, whether it be obesity, diabetes, cancer, anything can be prevented if you know how, with the right healthy practices that you put in place and what you eat. They say, food is your medicine, and it really is if you know what you're eating, the right foods. So as a health coach, I like to work with people that are struggling to reach their health goals and want to make it a lifestyle. My goal is all about lifestyle. So I work with you one-on-one, and I really help you implement that until it becomes a forever lasting lifestyle.
So, you shared a little bit about, some chronic conditions that a lot of people face. And one of the things I learned being a Dr. Oz girl is, it has to do with the types of foods. And there's regular food in the grocery store, and there's organic foods in the grocery store. And I've also read different articles about, our earth and how we've just depleted the nutrients and the minerals out of the soils. And so I know as a health coach, you're all up on all of that because we've had many conversations. So my question is, taking all of that into consideration, what part of being a health coach do you like the most? When someone reaches out to you and says, "Oh, Rosetta, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've tried everything and nothing seems to work." What gives you your aha moment?
What I really love and brings me joy and fulfillment is understanding where someone's coming from and knowing that I'm able to help them to implement those healthy habits to make it a lifestyle. And my goal is I give them the knowledge, I educate. So that's what I'd love to do, is give them the right information. Because with the right information, you can do a lot of things once you know what the information is. So that's what I really, really love, is to educate, inspire them, to motivate them. So motivate means that they take action to do something, and to be able to share that with other people, inspiring healthy living. And I love seeing the transformation that comes out of people. And my goal is I'll be there to guide you every step of the way and be your cheerleader. And I love seeing the confidence that people get once they say, "Aha, I know how to do this. It's become second nature to me. It's a lifestyle now. And I'm going to keep going for the rest of my life." Make it a lifestyle change.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And that's why I love the fact that my interactions with Rosetta, if we're talking about something, how sometimes you're around an individual and you can say, "Oh, I stumped my toe. I stumped my big toe." And that person would say, "Well, the only way to fix that big toe is to do this." And, it's a product that they represent, or it's something specific. And what I love about Rosetta is she's very open and inclusive. And so if you're looking for someone to have a conversation about any health concerns, she is your person. We're going to put the links to how to contact her down below. She loves being of service. We both love being of service to people in our lives. So we hope that this gives you a little insight more into who we are. And we would love for you to comment below and let us know what you think, as well as check out our links and let us both know how we can be helpful and be of service to you.
Yay! Thank you so much, Gloria. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for listening in, and we love sharing what we do. And in the coming weeks, we will also elaborate on those things, and we will keep, chit-chatting about different things that we're, really interested in doing and what our passions are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're all still sheltering at home if you have a non-essential business in California. So just to do a little bit of an update on the COVID-19, I have this, of course it disappeared, that's the way things happen. So while I look that information up, I'm going to start somewhere else. So there is an annual celebration by motorcycle riders around the world. They go to Sturgis. And that happened last weekend. 250,000 people showed up. There were no requirements by that town, that county, that state to physical distance nor to wear masks. So they didn't. 250,000 people from all over the world. And then they're going to leave and go back to their communities. And people in their communities are not going to know that they've been around a lot of strangers, people outside their normal bubble, per se. I do not understand why it is so difficult to wear a mask. No, it's not the most comfortable thing to do. However, look at the alternative. Would you want to do something that could actually take a person's life, or do you want to wear a mask?
Yeah, and this whole thing that Gloria is talking about, it's every year at Sturgis, it's where all the bikers come. So it's a lot of bikers, and I did see it on the news, and I didn't know it was around this time, but they are all talking about how, you know, we don't have to wear it. And I don't know, it's just something that I feel like you can't beat a dead horse, right? And
Right.
sometimes people just don't get it. I mean, of course I wouldn't want to wear a mask. I don't like going out and wearing masks. It's uncomfortable. Everybody finds it uncomfortable. However,
Right.
we've got to do what we need to do to protect and to just reduce the risk. That's what we're trying to do. And as I always say, prevention is better than intervention. There you go.
So I found my statistics that I just want to share with you why it's so important to wear masks. We live in California, so we're going to focus a little bit more on California. Here in California, we have confirmed 574,411 coronavirus cases. That has resulted in 10,468 loss of lives. On the United States worldwide category, we have confirmed cases of 5,255,928 cases, resulting in 167,361 loss of lives. Now, typically, we just talk about loss of lives. So starting now, we're going to add another category called recovered. So out of the 5,255,928 cases, 2,648,373 individuals have recovered. Now, on a global perspective, worldwide, we have had 20,423,897 confirmed cases. We've had 744,649 loss of lives. Resulting, though, we have had 12,631,548 recovered cases. So even though the numbers are going up, by the grace of God, people are getting better. However, we have still lost almost 750,000 American and international souls around the world. So why is it so hard to wear a mask again? If you could take those numbers down, if you wear a mask and I wear a mask, at least when we come in contact with each other, we're not spreading the condition any further. So please wear a mask.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to point out that I have to point out that even though Gloria mentioned a lot of these cases, these people have recovered, that does not mean that they're fully recovered. Because a lot of these people that have recovered have lifelong scarring in their bodies. They will never be 100%. Like I'm watching people actually give testimonials on TV and they're saying, this is no joke. I mean, I've recovered, but I still have a long way to go. I don't know how long it's going to take. You'll never be 100% ever again. And you don't know what lifelong damage you've done to your body. So,
and initially it was seniors, and now it's children, it's babies. So can you imagine you have a 6-year-old child that gets, COVID-19. Yeah, they recover, or they may even be asymptomatic. However, they now have asthma, or they have breathing conditions, or they have heart issues, and it's not going away. Just because these people, like Rosetta said, just because these people have recovered does not mean that they have recovered back to where they were pre-COVID. It stays in your body. And there are actually Facebook groups where people are, sharing with each other because they're so concerned that they're not back to 100%, and they don't know if they ever will get back to 100%.
Right, that's true, very true. So think about it, everyone, before you step out next time without a mask.
Yes. And for us, one of the things that's very concerning is schools. We're losing some wonderful teachers because they don't feel comfortable continuing to teach if it's not mandatory that the children wear masks, that they can do it by physical distancing, even in the classrooms or outsides. And most importantly, why aren't they just being allowed to continue doing what they did when the breakout initially occurred until we know we've got this under control? They do not feel comfortable going back to school.
Right, it's very sad because you see in Atlanta, Georgia, it's like 10% of the kids are wearing masks, the rest are not. And
Yeah.
the schools they've been showing like when there's only one bell that rings and at the end of the class, everybody is leaving their class at the same time. So the hallways are packed and they're
Yes.
all inside. The classrooms are inside. I mean, I know my son's classes, they're all outdoors. But this
Right.
particular school they were showing, they were all indoors. And a lot of the kids have come down with the virus.
Yes. Yes. And then we have, and I understand, you're in school, you're a junior or a senior, you have been working your entire life to get a scholarship so that you can attend college. And now that's not looking like it's going to happen because there are plans to cancel like football seasons. And our children are so concerned about their future that they are, doing campaigns. Let me play. Let us play football. Big Ten and Pac-12 are like, nope, we're going to cancel it. And the kids are coming out and saying, no, we want to play. And as a parent, is that really what you want for your child? You want your child to be more concerned about a possible college education, not realizing they could die? It's frightening times when it comes to our children. And this is the time for parents to step up and say, you know what? I know you love football, basketball, baseball, whatever. However, if you're alive, you can pursue that dream. If you are dead from COVID-19, or if you get it and you don't get your body back in shape the way it was before, you're not going to have the life you want anyway. So let's just slow down, take a pause, and just see what happens.
Right, very true. That's really true. Everything Gloria said is 100% true. And I'm not going to add to it because that's all. Yeah, I believe everything she says. She said it all.
Well, good. Now, some very exciting news came out this morning on Good Morning America. And Rosetta and I, we're going to stay on top of it because it's like, breaking news. So we don't know where it's going to go. However, scientists at the University of California here in San Francisco say that they've developed molecules which can help fight the virus. They call these synthetic antibodies aeronabs, and they can be administered through nasal spray. Because they can be administered through nasal spray, the goal is that it will protect people from coronavirus. And because it's in a nasal spray, it's not an expensive, it's just a little plastic device with a little squeegee. So it's not going to be expensive. They're looking at making it over the counter. and without a prescription. So then as fast as they can ramp up the production, if it works, they would be able to put it out to the masses. That would be amazing. If it could be something as simple as that, that would help people recover. Because if it could prevent it from, just completely infesting your lungs, that would be amazing. So we don't know a lot about it. However, ABC, Good Morning America, and ABC News, we're going to put the link down below so that you can read for yourself. We know that, at least Rosetta and I, we talk a lot about this because at one time we had colds and then we got the flu. And when we first got the flu, people thought, oh my God, this is horrible. And then we were able to figure out ways around the flu, whether you took the flu shot or you were very careful during the flu season, you were okay. And one day we know we will be okay with COVID-19. The thing that people need to understand is you can't do what you've always done and expect different results. This is a virus. There are always viruses throughout the world. We have got to learn how to love and care for each other more than we care about Facebook posts, likes, all of that, because it's the human spirit we have to take care of. So anytime we hear of anything that we think is beneficial to all of us, we will let you know.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated because we want to know as well. We're just as interested as any of you watching. So we will keep you up to date on that. That's really a step in the right direction. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Affordable, something easy. Of course, my husband started laughing because I'm the person who takes those things and she sprays it and then she steps into it for it to go up her nose. Because I don't like going up my nose. And so he's like, okay, that's going to have to change. And I'm like, well, we'll see. We will see. I love it. So as we shared earlier, we now know who will be going up against the current administration with Joe Biden for president is Kamala Harris. So we always want you to remember hashtag vote 2020. And during our conversations, we have found that there's more to the November 3rd voting than a lot of people realize. I know there's been times in my past where I get my little book, I go through, I lay out everybody, and I get there and I start to vote, and there are things I'm like, who are these people? Never heard of them. So we found a link that's called ballotready.org. We're going to put the link down below. You can go here and you can say, like for us, we live in California, and you can say California, and it will tell you everything that's going to be on that November 3rd ballot. The judges, any of the senator positions, any candidates that are going to be up for consideration. Not only can you see them, you can see their voting history. So like in the past, maybe you didn't care that they weren't the most loving, kind person when it came to voting for things to protect us, the citizens. You can see that now. So make your own decisions, but please get up, get out, and let your voice be heard. Vote.
Yes, now more than ever, we need you to vote. And if you haven't registered, please register. I beg you, please register. And thank you, Gloria, for mentioning that site because I had no clue. And now you know, check it out. And if you like it or if whatever, just share it. Share it with other people so that they know as well, so that they can do a good job and become informed before they're voting.
Yes. Yes. Well, thank you all very much for joining us once again. We love the time we get to spend with you and sharing information because it's all about sharing. Rosetta and I love everyone, and we want you to not just hear, but to feel our love. We miss hugs so much, it's ridiculous. Because every time we saw each other, we hugged each other, hello, and then we hugged each other when we said goodbye. So we are like 5.5 months behind on hugs.
Yeah, and I get my energy off of other people. I love it. I'm a social butterfly. I like to go out, network, and meet new people. So until that day, we thank you again. Yep. And we'll do our best to keep going, right?
Yes.
Positive. Thanks everyone for watching our chat this week. And don't forget, if you'd like us to talk about anything, just comment below. If you have any kind of feedback from what we're talking about today, comment below as well. And don't forget, if you make tea, know of someone that makes tea, has a tea shop,
Yes, we love tea. We love
love our
tea.
teas, we'd love to try them, and maybe you'll be featured on one of our future chats. So thanks
Yes.
everyone. Take care and remember
To
always
always
keep
keep
smiling.
smiling.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Bye.
Positive.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
baby. Thanks for joining our
Oh,
chat.
yes.
You're
My
so
cat says
cute.
bye-bye.